In a global, borderless world, surrogacy cannot be regulated nationally. It has to be solved globally. We already know today that everything that is not possible in one's home country is done in another country. Even worse, the fact that it is possible abroad is generally used as an argument for legalization at home, following the motto, people are doing it anyway, so let's do it in our own country and then handle it according to our clean rules. In fact, even limited legalizations such as the altruistic form are in reality a fake, and it is even like a white tablecloth over the illegal commercial or even criminal business that still is taking place underneath. We know that agencies from all over the world are setting up, for example, in England, where supposedly only altruistic surrogacy is allowed, but they legally collect their new clients for the business then made in Ukraine, Georgia, or in the United States in the middle of London. We know also that supposedly altruistic surrogate mothers in England are legally allowed to receive up to 25,000 euros. That's a year's salary for some women. I guess this is a very expensive form of altruism. We must make it clear to every single politician. It is an illusion to believe that one could legalize a clean version within national borders. There is no ethically justifiable way to take children away from their mothers on purpose. The very demand is absurd. Instead, you become an accomplice in enabling global child trafficking. Anyone who legalizes something, and even if it's just a small thing, is a complicit. The Italian way is a step in the right direction. It must not be rewarded if citizens circumvent their national laws by going abroad as reproductive tourists. They must fear prosecution and child withdrawal. Only then the majority of the global market can be brought under control. Currently, a kind of country hopping has developed worldwide. Whenever a market closes, a new market opens up in another country. When India closed its market, Indian agencies opened up immediately in Georgia or in Ukraine. When Thailand closed the market, Laos and Tibet took over. When Mexico is regulating the market, Colombia takes over. There are also new hybrid surrogacy models developing worldwide, not only across national borders, but also across continents, in which the entire medical process is split into many single elements. The individual components are obtained wherever it is legal or where it is cheapest. Prosecution is no longer possible with this method. For example, if I were, and I tried this example by speaking to agencies, if I were a potential customer from Germany where surrogacy is illegal, I could buy eggs from Spain to get around the German egg donation ban. I could also legally buy sperm cells anonymously in Denmark to circumvent the German ban on anonymous sperm donation. I could then also legally have the embryo itself produced in Ukraine. It's cheap there, and I can circumvent the German Embryo Protection Act and have as many embryos produced as I want, and also I am allowed there to practice eugenics and select according to gender and health. The surrogate I would buy from the United States and have the child born there too, because I can be registered as the mother of on the birth certificate there without any problems, even if I am not genetically related. The German authorities then confirm my parenthood without any problems coming home in Germany. I don't need German legalization of surrogacy, I just need money. Only 3 weeks ago, an agency offered me a child in Germany on a legal baby fair called Wish for a Baby in Berlin. It costs only 52,000 euros. Online, I could get the child for 63,000 euros. The embryo would be produced in Ukraine. The surrogate would come from Bulgaria or from Kazakhstan. She would give birth then in Cyprus. I could get parental rights as a single mom in Germany, and all of this would be legal. Not even the war has ruined Ukraine's business. Several agencies have personally confirmed to me a few weeks ago that the market continues without any problems. They still produce over 3,000 babies every year for the whole world. For anxious clients who do not want to come to Kiev or to Ukraine because of the war, and to process the contracts or to hand over genetic material of the children, offices and apartments have long been set up in neighboring countries near the border in Slovakia or Hungary. However, in order to change this global legislation on surrogacy, we need to win not only parliaments, but also the public debate on this issue. The two must go hand in hand. Surrogacy is still celebrated positively in the media with a glamour factor in tabloid magazines, with pretty babies of Hollywood actresses and gay couples, instead of addressing the crime. There is the claim of having a right to a child. It is claimed publicly that this is discrimination to deny childless people or homosexual couples a child. Many people feel speechless in the face of a strong lobby that is campaigning on this issue in many countries under slogans of diversity, pride, or just new family forms. The main focus of my work in Germany is to build up convincing lines of argument in media discourses to break this narrative that this is all about happy children for happy new parents, thanks to clean science. We need argumentative keywords altogether and analogies that everyone understands right away and that we can all use together to develop a recognizable message worldwide and to build up our own framing on this topic. So please, call bad things by its name. Yes, we can use arguments based on internationally recognized standards or positive terms. You know, we defend children's rights, women's rights, mothers' rights, and human rights. So it's good to take this positive move. But also do not be afraid to use clearly negative terms in the public debate. We defend also the hard-fought abolition of slavery, human trafficking, and colonialism. Use the feminist view. Surrogacy is an exploitation of women's bodies, often done by men. It is an attack on the woman itself, and it's an attack on motherhood. It is the verbal and actual degradation of women to birthing machines and to a mere birth function. This is just a new form of fertility prostitution. Say no, it is not better to give away a child in supposedly altruistic way instead of selling it for money. Because in both cases, you are taking away its mother and treating it like an object. Say no, it is not progress and modern, but it is colonialism if two white men let a black woman in Africa carry out a white baby for them. Also, ask the counter questions because they are obviously to many people. Would we still have all these debates of these days if we were talking about adult human beings instead of babies? Would it be okay to sell and give away adults? If we agree that human organs should not be traded on the world market, and we do agree on this, why should whole children be allowed to be traded? A small kidney, no. A whole child, yes. There is no such thing as small human rights for small people, because the standard of human dignity does not depend on body size or body weight. Everything else is just double standards and evasive tactics. So let's call evil by its name. Thank you for your attention.